Federal authorities are sounding the alarm about the potential for terrorist attacks inspired by Islamic extremists. While authorities say there's no specific threat, law enforcement agencies nationwide are on heightened alert. That amid calls by ISIS for its followers to launch spectacular attacks by any means they have at hand. NBC News Justice correspondent Pete Williams is joining us now from Washington. Pete, with a welcome. It certainly feels like there is a stronger sense of urgency to these alarms than in recent past over the July 4th holiday.
What you saw at the Washington Navy Yard points up a couple of things. Number one, this is what officials have been saying people should do. If they see anything suspicious, let the authorities know. That's what happened here. Someone heard what they thought were gunshots and made a phone call. The second thing is that you saw this massive response of police, partly because there's so many nearby, partly because of the history of the shooting 2 years ago at the Navy Yard, but also because of what has authorities extra concerned this weekend, the possibility of ISIS-inspired attacks as we head into the 4th of July holiday.
New York's getting fireworks ready for America's birthday. Washington, D.C. is preparing for the huge celebration on the National Mall. All of it amid heightened fears of homegrown terrorism inspired by relentless calls for attacks from ISIS social media, focusing on the 4th of July holiday period and the Muslim holy days of Ramadan, which this year coincide.
That is not driven by any information or particular threat as much as it's driven by the unfolding world events.
Just last week, an ISIS leader, Abu Muhammad al-Adnani, said jihadists should make Ramadan, quote, a month of calamity for the infidels. In the past 6 months, U.S. intelligence says ISIS has focused on recruiting young Westerners, especially those under 21 and even younger.
Here in Washington, security will be more visible on the 4th, and bulletins warn police nationwide that ISIS has called for attacks on law enforcement, government employees, sporting events, and other big public gatherings.
You can rest assured that we have concentric circles of security. It will be well patrolled and well monitored.
Savannah Guthrie got a behind-the-scenes look at security preparations in New York from James Waters, NYPD's chief of counterterrorism.
What's your message to somebody who wants to come out in New York and watch the fireworks?
We want to assure them that they can come and enjoy the fireworks and celebrate the country and be secure and confident in the police department.
Elsewhere, police are urging fireworks dealers to report unusually large purchases that could signal plans to build a bomb. And the FBI is stepping up arrests of people who've been under surveillance for months suspected of plotting attacks here, 10 picked up in the past 2 weeks.
And from all government agencies, the same message as we head into the holidays. Come to the parties, enjoy yourself, but be aware, and if you see something, say something, which of course is exactly what happened this morning at the Navy Yard.
Absolutely emboldened in my mind to see something, say something, as well as all our viewers. Thank you so much for that reminder, Pete Williams from Washington. Let's bring in Democratic Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee of Texas, a member of the House Homeland Security Committee. Welcome, ma'am. It's nice to see you. And I just want to ask the question, are you aware in your position there of any specific threats?
First of all, good morning, Alex. And I think the first comment I'd like to make for the world to see is that we are prepared. The alleged shooting or the call of a shooting in the Washington Navy Yard and the exhibition of the collaboration of law enforcement is the perfect statement to make to lone offenders, or really make to Americans, that we are prepared. Alex, there is no Pacific months ago said there is a ISIS threat in almost 50 states. We know they exist, and we know there are copycats. But the real point is to tell the American people that we are collectively and collaboratively prepared. We can communicate with each other, and they are to feel safe and secure in their attending of celebrating the nation's birthday. They don't have to go out defiantly like we are going out standing up against the threats. They can go out safely and securely with their families.
Ma'am, given the rise of ISIS over the last year and their ability to effectively communicate via social media, do you have more concerns about an organized potential attack by an ISIS or an Al-Qaeda, or someone who's merely inspired, and isn't that more difficult to track?
Well, you're absolutely right. And over the past 2 weeks, we've been in a number of security briefings. Yesterday, I was in a briefing at a certain level here in Houston, Texas, just to be able to get a sense of how we were working together. But there is no doubt that the new offender in this process of terrorism or domestic terrorism is the internet. And it is also the lone offender or the lone wolf that many know it to be. And they can self-radicalize themselves, they can speak internationally, and they can get the spirit and inspiration that comes when you feel that you have a cause that is more superior than life and anything else. We have to be prepared, and we are. We are constantly seeking new ways of dealing with this technological threat, using new technology. We constantly seek to be in front of the offender. But I think the word should go out that Americans are safe to celebrate. They can rely upon law enforcement not being singularly acting without the reach of intelligence resources that reach as far as Washington, D.C. That's a new component to being able to secure local communities, is that the intelligence sharing is at the highest level. That I'm very comforted by, and I think that's going to be very helpful from Los Angeles to New York, from Houston to Chicago, and places beyond in terms of this coming weekend and beyond this weekend.
All right, well, safe to celebrate is the key there, and that extends to our elected officials. I hope you have a lovely 4th, Representative Sheila Jackson Lee. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alex. Happy 4th to all of America. Celebrate the 4th of July. Happy birthday.
Indeed. Thank you.